How you doing? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Today I wanted to do a quick video on people who are saying that quitting drinking is difficult. And I just wanted to try and put things into a little bit of perspective for you. You know, what are you comparing it with? You know, the reason why you got to this stage in your life where you want to quit drinking, you know, what is that? Why are you doing this? You know, what are the reasons behind it? Health reasons, money reasons, relationship reasons, whatever, right? You have to look at what your life is like as a drinker. You know, all that money that you spend on alcohol, all the time that you spend in using alcohol, all the physical and mental pain of going through the consequences of drinking the alcohol, whether that's in your relationships, in your life in general, whether it's just the mad hangovers that you're getting now that are lasting a long time. You've got to take these two things and, you know, make comparisons, the before you stop drinking and the after you stop drinking, and, you know, ask yourself which is the most difficult. Now, if you look at afterwards, right? Now, you can look at this as in, you know, somebody who says, well, you know, life is hard, right? Life is hard in general. Life is difficult. Whether you quit drinking or you don't quit drinking, life is going to be difficult, right? You know, once you do stop drinking, the fact is that a lot of the things that you used to hide away from are now going to have to be faced. So that is where a lot of the difficulties lie, right? But when somebody says that life is difficult, what are you comparing it to, right? There's only one thing that you can compare in this case is life and death. So life is difficult in comparison to death, right? Death is easy, right? Because all you do is you don't exist anymore, right? But look, from the perspective of before and after drinking, look at drinking and look at what is happening now to make you want to stop drinking, and look at the discomfort that you're going to have to go through. It's an inevitable part of stopping drinking or changing any habit in your life, right? There is going to be a certain amount of change, and there's a certain amount of discomfort, a certain amount of pain, if you like, and you're going to have to go through that. But the difference is that the pain of stopping drinking is gradually going to diminish, right? The discomfort is going to diminish. The difficulty of it is going to diminish. You know, when you're not fucking yourself up, your mind up with the alcohol anymore, then you're going to have more time, more energy, more brain power, more money to put into these areas of your life that need help, right? The problem areas of your life that you've been avoiding, right? You're going to have more of these things to put into the things that are going to lift you upwards. So life in general is going to get easier, right? The difficulty of quitting drinking is going to get less, and life in general is going to get easier, right? On the opposite end of this scale, on the other side of that equation, not drinking alcohol or not quitting drinking alcohol, the consequences of that are going to get much more difficult, right? They're going to raise, you know, this is where the consequences are going to go in an upward slope. And consequences, whether that's to your health, to your finances, to your relationships, right, to the way you conduct yourself in life, the way you think about yourself as a person, that's all going to get much more difficult, right? And life itself is going to get more difficult. So make the comparisons, not just now in this moment, right, when you're feeling the discomfort and you think to yourself, well, I've got discomfort now in this moment. I know that if I have a drink, it's going to ease the discomfort. Forget about that. That's momentary and that's going to pass. Think about what's going to happen in a month's time, right? When you could have been 30 days off the alcohol if you persevered, right? In 30 days' time, you're going to have much less anxiety about it. You're going to have much less problems with it, much less discomfort with it. Your life is going to be improved by that much, you know, whatever it is, but it will have improved, right? In general. And in 30 days, if you don't quit drinking, what's your life going to be like then? You know, you might not notice it, that it's any worse, but it's going to be a little bit worse, right? It might not be palpably, you know, you can feel it and you can put your finger on it and say, well, it's sort of this much worse, but it will be worse. You know, look at it in 5 years' time. That's when you start to really see the consequences, the big consequences of it. So just think about it from that perspective, you know, from the before and after. Compare drinking with not drinking and make those comparisons, not just in that moment in time, right, but take them forward a month, a year, 5 years, and you'll see some massive comparisons then, you know. You see, you know, where your life could have been if you'd have stopped drinking, or could have been if you carried on drinking. That's the way I look at my life now. 4 years and whatever months into this journey, I see my life and look at it and think, well, Jesus, what would I be doing now if I hadn't stopped drinking? Maybe I wouldn't be here on this planet. You know, I often thought about that and thought, you know, during the night, coming out of the alcohol fugue, and my body and brain were feeling the consequences. You know, the anesthetic had worn off, and now I was feeling the shit. And I felt sometimes during the night that I was going to drop dead there and then in my sleep, because my heart was pounding that much and I felt that bad about myself. So add another 4 years onto that. I don't know where I'd be. I don't know if I would be. Just think about that. It's a hard lesson, but you have to think about it, you know. You have to put yourself into that position. You know, only you can do this for yourself. Only I could do it for myself. But don't compare the momentary discomfort that you're going to feel now through quitting drinking. That is going to diminish with the increasing levels of pain and agony that you're going to go through if you don't stop. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Until next time, take care of yourself. Keep the alcohol out of your mouth. Onwards and upwards.